Coming up on UT 10 News, we take a look at federal changes to student financial aid.
And we'll also follow the state's legal battle with the city of Toledo over marijuana.
Plus, Shawnee Sanders has the highlights from baseball's preseason scrimmage and the Rocket football team's blowout against Eastern Michigan. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Angelique Baird.
And I'm Larry Sloan. President Obama has taken another step toward making higher education more affordable.
That's right, Larry. Next fall, college students will find it a little easier to complete their financial aid forms. Reporter Courtney Shaw is live in the newsroom with the details on these changes. Courtney, what does this mean for students?
Well, Angel, one major difference is that students will be able to apply for financial aid earlier in the year.
Beginning October 1st, students and families will be able to retrieve information electronically from the IRS rather than estimate taxes. Right now, applicants have to use tax information from the same year they are filing, which slows down the process. According to the White House, access to electronic tax information will also help reduce the time universities spend verifying information.
For the university, it will allow us to extend offers, financial aid offers, a little sooner than what we have in the past.
Students are ready for the changes to happen.
I'm excited for the changes. I mean, if it's going to be easier, if there's going to be more people that are going to be accepted, I think it's better.
President Obama says these changes will allow more students to receive financial aid. This is part of a long-term effort to help cut costs, making college available to anyone.
These changes will be put into effect at the start of the 2017 school year. Live from the newsroom, I'm Courtney Shaw, UT 10 News.
College can be challenging for everyone, but some students need a little extra help. For those with physical, mental, and learning disabilities, there are resources available on campus. The Office of Student Disability Services is there to offer support and learning accommodations. Textbooks can be converted to audio and braille, with over 500 books converted this year. Also offered are quiet testing and study rooms to reduce distraction.
You know, we can't guarantee success through our office, but we can guarantee that we even the playing field.
The office is located in Rocket Hall, room 1820. Toledo voters are at odds with Ohio's Attorney General. The state of Ohio has filed a lawsuit against Toledo in an attempt to overturn parts of the city's new marijuana decriminalization law. Reporter Eric Burden has the details.
The Sensible Marijuana Ordinance was passed by 70% of Toledo voters back on September 15. The measure was designed to remove many penalties relating to marijuana offenses. A fine and court appearance is still issued, but that fine is $0 and no jail time is given. Suspensions of driver's licenses are no longer issued, and the crimes are no longer reported to any professional licensing board, agency, or any authority above the local city attorney. Sean Nestor of the organization Sensible Toledo explains how the ordinance was written to not be in conflict with state law.
And decriminalization and legalization are different. Decriminalization says it's still illegal, it's just going to have the penalties reduced to the minimum allowable.
The Toledo Police Department seized 374,000 grams of marijuana and 781 plants in 2013. Local governments have authority over the penalty for misdemeanor drug offenses, but cannot modify felony charges. Citing this difference, Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine filed the lawsuit in Lucas County Court, stating in a news release, "This ordinance encourages drug cartels to set up marijuana distribution operations in Toledo with less fear of prison or penalties." He also says, absent legal action, it is not hard to imagine international drug rings making Toledo their regional base of operations. Though marijuana has effectively been decriminalized in the city of Toledo, the university still has its own rules and punishments. In November, the state of Ohio will vote on a statewide legalization measure, which may or may not bring an early end to the lawsuit. For UT 10 News, I'm Eric Burden.
UT students gathered last Sunday to give back to the Toledo community. Student organizations teamed up to collect blankets for the homeless as part of Wrap Up Toledo. The national event started in Toledo in 1993 and since then has collected over 75,000 blankets.
A blanket can save a life in this winter because everyone knows how cold the winters can be in Toledo. So just being able to make that impact and being able to supply these blankets to people that need them is just such a gratifying and humbling experience.
At the event, students competed to build the best fort using the donated blankets. Tri-Delta won this year's building contest, and Sigma Phi Epsilon had the highest number of donations. In total, more than 2,000 blankets were collected and will go directly to the homeless in Toledo. A nationally recognized jazz ensemble performed for the UT community last week. National Endowment of the Arts jazz master David Liebman and his group, The Expansions, visited campus last Thursday. They played some of their greatest hits following a music lesson from the jazz master. Liebman says he enjoys educating more than entertaining.
It's a chance for us to play not in a performance situation, but more of a classroom situation, which means we can do some things we wouldn't do necessarily in performance. So it helps actually raise the level of the music.
About 100 people gathered in the Center for Performing Arts for the live concert.
I'm Shawnee Sanders, and this is your UT10 Sports Report. It was an exciting weekend in Rocket sports. The women's volleyball and soccer teams were on the road, and the baseball team wrapped up their fall workouts. But first, the Rockets hosted Eastern Michigan on Saturday in the Glass Bowl as they look to continue their dominance against the MAC. After earning the 22nd overall ranking, UT hoped to crack the top 20 with a convincing win. Eastern Michigan got on the board with a pair of field goals in the first quarter to take a 6-0 lead early on. After being held scoreless in the first, UT broke through when Terry Swanson punched one into the end zone to put them ahead 7-6 early in the second quarter. The Rockets tacked on 2 more touchdowns before a blocked EMU field goal attempt led to Chase Murdoch scooping up the ball, spinning off a tackle, and returning it for 6 to give them a 28-6 lead at the half. UT will continue their offensive surge in the second half as they outscore Eastern Michigan 35-14 on their way to a 63-20 victory. Rockets head coach Matt Campbell said that he liked how the team stuck to the game plan.
The execution was really good. I thought Jason Candle and obviously Tommy Manning and the offensive staff did a really good job putting those kids in good position to be successful.
UT will take to the road as they play the University of Massachusetts next Saturday. Now over to the baseball diamond, where the Rockets held a blue versus gold scrimmage at Scott Park. The gold team was up to bat first and got off to a hot start as Jacob Britt hits a double to the left field that drives in 2 and gives them the early lead in the top of the first inning. The blue team would strike in the bottom of the first as Jock Kells sends a solo shot over the fence in the left field to bring his team within 1. But that was the only run the blue squad would get as the gold piled on 4 more runs and won the game 6-1. Head coach Corey Meade talked about what he expects from the team in the future.
One of the things we're always striving for is consistency. You know, there are times that we've played very, very well, and we just need to do that, play at a high level day in and day out.
The Rockets will head into the offseason to prepare for 2016 spring season. With basketball less than 3 weeks away, the Rockets men's team has started preparation for their first game. Reporter Matt Sutter got a glimpse of what the team is doing to get ready for the season.
With the loss of Juice Brown, J.D. Weatherspoon, and Dustin Drummond, 3 former starters for your Rockets, Coach Todd Kowalczyk and his team look to rely on their 2 returning veterans, John Williams and Nathan Boothe. With all the pressure on him, senior Nathan Boothe finds a way to use it as his motivation.
It's always good to have pressure on you a little bit, keeps you going, motivated, and everyone's just coming together as a team and contributing, so it's been good so far.
After losing their senior point guard, Juice Brown, John Williams feels like he can fill those big shoes and take over that position.
Yeah, I feel like I could pick up from where Juice left off. Juice is a good player. It's going to be hard to fill those shoes, but I'm up for the challenge.
Coach Kowalczyk is happy with his talented team and is excited and ready for the season to begin.
So, we feel that we're going to be deeper this year, a little bit more skilled than we have been. It'll be a fun year for us.
The Rockets men's basketball team are excited for this upcoming season and cannot wait to see you, Rocket fanatics, here in Savage Arena. I'm Matt Sutter with UT10 News.
That's it for UT10 News. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all UT10 reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And remember, you can watch the live stream of our newscast production every Tuesday morning at 10:30 on our YouTube channel. For Larry Sloan, Shawnee Sanders, and all of our crew, I'm Angelique Baird. Have a great week and stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.